What's up, boys? I have finally acquired well, today I realized I needed a couple more things, but I have finally gathered up all the parts for the 6.0. Everything. So, looking through everything, kind of today, I think what I'm going to try to do is we'll get it unwrapped. I'm going to get the front cover off, get the rear cover off, get the pan off, get our first look under the pan on this thing. And then I've got my barbell from ICT Billet. We're going to run that in there and then get our new cover on. The cover comes with the main seal already in it and a new gasket, so we're going to get that on there. And then we're going to get our cam out, see how that looks. Should be fine because all the lifters looked good, so we should be okay. Everything looks good, all our cam bearings look okay. Then we'll go ahead and slide this new cam in and then put our cam retaining plate on. We've got our 4 new bolts for that. We've got our new LS2 timing chain, get that on there, and then our cam bolts for the cam sprocket. The only thing that I noticed was messed up was the crank bolt that we had kind of rolling around in that parts box for all these years. It's got some dinged up threads in it, and it's like the first thread and a half are stripped. So I went ahead and ordered another one. You know, oh well, shit happens when you let it sit forever. And then we've got our milling 29517 oil pump. We'll get that in there, and then get our new oil pan. This is the goal for today, is to get the cam swapped out, get the timing set and all that back together, and then get the covers and the pan on. That is a tall goal for what I'm looking like today, but we're gonna go for it. And we've got this new Low Pro Holley knockoff pan here. So we've got to do a little bit of trimming on the windage tray to get that pickup tube to fit. No big deal, lots of people have done it, doesn't seem like too big of a nightmare. So that is our goal for today. And if I can get all the covers on, I'm going to lay a fresh coat of black paint on the block. If not, then we'll pick back up another time. But that's what we're trying to do today. Let's go. So one thing I'm gonna do first, now that I unwrapped it, because I remember I need to do this, and before I start putting new parts in there like the cam and all that shit, I need to do all the dirty stuff first. So one thing I'm doing right now is scraping the old head gasket surface. I want to get all that clean and then kind of clean the tops of the pistons. I'm not too worried about that, but I'll clean them a little bit. And then I'm gonna chase all my head bolt holes, which what I'm gonna do with that is use one of the OEM head bolts, and I just take a grinder and you score a couple lines down it, maybe 2 at most, and you just thread this in and out of each of the head holes, and that'll help pull all that old shit out of the holes. And then we'll blow it out with the blower, blow all the cam holes and all that shit out, blow all this shit out, and then we'll open it up. Because I just thought about it and I was like, I need to have this shit clean before I put the new stuff in. It would be dumb to put the cam in and then start grinding get all these flakes of this crusty shit down in there. Would not be smart. So let me do some scrubbing on here first. It's taking a minute, but gotta do it, so I'm gonna do it. got them crusty turds off. I looked down there in the bottom of the pan and there is nothing of concern. There's no pile of shavings or goop or nothing crazy, so we're still on track for this seeming to be a pretty healthy engine. Got our covers off now. Check out this timing chain. It's nice and sloppy. That thing was done. So now we need to get the pickup tube off, get the oil pump off. We'll get the timing set out of there, get ready to do the cam swap. Kind of before I get too crazy on that, I want to leave the oil pump in place and get this windage tray off, or pickup tube and windage tray, and see what I got to do to trim it up for the new one. There's something, I forget, I want to say it's up here on this front part. It's like this front section of it. You've got to cut and grind that off and then you'll be good to go. So let me get the windage tray off and we'll take a peek at the caps and see if we see any reason to not send it. Oh, look at that. Big difference from that big hunk of poop. But anyways, we got a little trimming to do on the windage tray. So I've done got in here and peeked, and it's basically right up to this ridge. So like from here back, you're good. It's from here forward, your windage tray is hollow up in the way. So what I did here was I just made sure I'm lined up with my bolt holes, and then just kind of took a little peek-see, and then basically where this first little indention is right here, see how that kind of pretty much, let me get this straight, see how that pretty much the back side of that lines right up with that hump. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna cut like right behind it, but in front of the bolt point. So like probably right in, well, I might go in that divot right there. So what I'll do is I want to leave this whole flange so that, you know, there's still some good structure in this whole thing. I don't know, I'm not scientific, but sounds good, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just basically gonna cut like flush with this surface. I'll just cut right around here, and then I'll cut right up, probably kind of diagonal, yeah, something like that, into this dip, and then same thing on that side. And then we'll just get the old grinder out, cut that off with the cutoff wheel, and then we'll set it back down and see what we got. So I made a little how-to video on how to do this, but for this long video I'm going to spare y'all. If y'all want to know exactly the details of that, cutting that windage tray down to fit this newer pan, then watch that other video. For all y'all that gripe that my videos are too long-winded, this one's for y'all. So that is what you cut of the windage tray. That's just a rough cut. I still gotta kind of sand the edges. I'm gonna make sure I get the burrs and stuff off of it, get it real nice and slicky smooth. And then that will be the windage tray addressed. I'm not quite ready to put the pan on yet. I might temp it on, but this will get me to a point where I don't need to take my windage tray back off, and I can bolt it back down, and we can get onward with the timing set, oil pump, and changing our cams out. So let's get it. Before I get to ripping all this off, just want to make sure that I point out, mainly for my own marks, if we have a mishap later on, I can't say that, oh, the cam might be a tooth off or something. So we're gonna film this part right here. Okay, I can see it in real life, but the dot is right here on this tooth. And yeah, that'd be straight in line. Cam mark It doesn't look right here, but in real life, it's right there. So that's right. I'm gonna get this bolt out, get these all pulled out, and get this cam out, see what them cam bearings look like, and then if we're lucky, we'll be able to slap all of what you see right here back together before we're done for the day. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's pull this cam out. Let's hope our cam bearings stay in their spot. Let's see. Spinning good. First lobe. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Sounding good, sounding good. Looking all right. Okay, all right. Going nice and easy. One more. Not looking too bad. I don't know what these little chatter marks are in the back. That's kind of weird. So I might look at that back one. That one's not the coolest. We're gonna have to give them a good look. See, I don't know. They might be all right. They might be shit. You know what they say? Don't look at them. Old girl been sitting for a minute for sure before we even got it, but looks like she okay. Kind of got a little bit of a lip back there in the back, but no crazy gouges or nothing all the way back. And then all the lobes on the cam itself, let me try to get a good angle. Like there's no gouging or anything like that. The second from rear one is this one, but even that you can't feel that line, so I think she was all right. Yeah, you can't feel it at all. I think she was just fine, boys. So I sent a message to a couple people that deal with junkyard engines on the daily, and just kind of double checking with them that we all feel good about those before I slap this new cam in there and call it good. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for that response back from them, and as long as a couple of them say yep, send it, and we're gonna lube that puppy up right there. We're gonna sling her in and then get our retainer plate and new oil pump and timing chain on, and then we'll probably temp install the front cover for now, and we'll probably call it a day there. Just kind of seal it all up and then pick it back up another day. But let me see what this mess is looking like, and we'll go from there. Well, damn it. There we go. Well, I forgot a little piece of tape right here, but I went ahead and taped it up, cleaned it off, and I'm gonna paint it because I got the response from the couple people that I wanted their grace on the cam bearings, and they were like, "Ah, we seen worse, send that shit." Especially if it ain't a race car and it's gonna be cruising, they were like, "Send it, you'll be fine." So that's what I'm gonna do. And I kind of burnt up the clock, kind of waiting for the answer, and I just started cleaning the block up and putting the cover on and all that. I'm not gonna paint the pan. I'm gonna leave it this raw color, silver, whatever you want to call it, because the heads are silver and I kind of want to leave them that way. So we'll just do a nice little silver and mystery color combo. And then on another episode we will go ahead and slap the cam in, get our cam retainer plate on, get our gear on. I'm gonna get all this cleaned up and organized, but yeah, get all our stuff behind the front cover on, and then we'll be ready to get the pan and the rear cover together after I do the barbell. And then we'll be getting real close to slapping it together for the final time. And then I have a loose goal, which it's already the 1st of September. I had a loose goal of trying to get the engine in and get the truck running by my birthday, which is September 13th. Don't know if that's realistic. Don't know if that's going to happen. I've got some decisions to make before I just say yeet and put it back together. We'll see what we're thinking, but I'm gonna send y'all out with a time lapse of not spraying the paint because it's a mystery color. So y'all can go to my Facebook. We had a discussion about it, and stay tuned for the next episode and you'll see what color it is. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming back year after year. We're trying to get this 6.0 together, and then hopefully we can get this thing cruising this fall and get it out to some shows and get it out where people can see it and keep going on the interior, yada yada. But anyways, peace out, be human, and we'll see you on the next one.